All right, so here's your checkpoint. So at this point, remember, pause the video, solve each one of these using the information that we've already gone over, and then come back and see if you got it correct. And so I'm going to solve them now. So with cosine of 9 pi over 2, we have, again, we want to peel it off and write this as with an addition or subtraction of a multiple of 2 pi. And so now I'm going to say cosine of pi over 2 because I know how to deal with that one. And then I'm going to have to add, to get the 9 pi over 2, I'm going to have to add 8 pi over 2, which again is the same as 4 pi, which is a multiple of 2 pi. And so that means this is going to equal cosine of pi over 2. And now it's 90 degrees. What is cosine of pi over 2? Well, cosine is the x-axis, right? And so at 90 degrees, what is it at? So at cosine of pi over 2, it becomes 0. Right? Just like we had before. Okay? Now, what about this one here? Sine of negative 7 pi over 3. Okay, so now in this one here, if I peel off pi over 3, because I'd like to do pi over 3, so let's do sine of pi over 3. In order to get the 7 pi over 3, I'd have to subtract off 8 pi over 3, but be careful because 8 pi over 3 is not a multiple of 2 pi, so that's not going to work. But if you notice, if I have a negative here, if I have a negative, then all I have to do is just subtract off 6 pi over 3. And 6 pi over 3 is a multiple of 2 pi. In fact, it is 2 pi. So I know that this is going to equal sine of negative pi over 3. Now, we can look at this and we say, okay, this is in the fourth quadrant. Okay, it's negative pi over 3 and it's a reference angle of has an angle of pi over 3 in the fourth quadrant. Okay, and so we can use the reflection, right? So we know that sine of pi over 3, which is y, in the y-axis is going to be the square root of 3 over 2. Okay, and then since we're reflecting across the x-axis, y goes from positive to negative, so we know that it would be negative square root of 3 over 2, okay, using the unit circle. But let's use also the fact that this is an odd function. So we know that this would equal negative sine of pi over 3. And again, because it's sine of pi over 3, we know that it's going to be the square root of 3 over 2. So we get the same answer, negative square root of 3 over 2. Okay, now this one here, cosine, we are given that cosine of negative t is equal to 0.3, and we want to find cosine of t. Well, this is where we're going to use the fact that cosine is an even function, and so the cosine of negative t is equal to the cosine of t, so this is also going to be 0.3. And we're done. Have a great day.